Hello, hello, wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. It's your dynamic duo, Beams and Mo, with you today. And yes,
Yeah.
it is DG Chat with Beams and Mo. How is your Tuesday going? Mo, how are you doing today?
Hello guys, happy Tuesday. Oh, it's been my day's been all right. It's been kids are on half term, so it's kind of chilled. But the weather is so dull here, but it is what it is, right? Yeah,
Okay, that's
I
good. My
know.
day has been good as well. Quite productive. I had a couple of meetings this morning, so it's exciting to be here. It's really nice to be here. So we have a special guest today. You know,
Exactly.
we've had people from, Canada. I think we had from Saskatchewan, we've had from Ontario. But today we said no, we cannot just be doing the Canadian, North American something. We need to bring
Exactly.
somebody from the other side of the world
Yes.
where the kings and the queens live. Oh,
Exactly. Yes,
I'm
yes,
not
yes,
talking, I'm not
yes.
talking about you more. Please,
The
please, please.
special place, the special people. We know that. Go on.
Oh my goodness. So we have a special guest today and we're going to be bringing her on right now. Welcome, welcome,
Thank
Felicia.
you very much. Wow, that was a super introduction. Like, wow, kings and queens. Yes, this is where we live.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we're excited to have you on
Thank you.
our show this afternoon. Well, it's afternoon here in Canada, and I know it's evening over there in the UK.
Yes, yes.
So, before we get started, or to even introduce you or get to know you a little bit more, we like to shake up things a little bit. And we have some icebreakers that we would, like to go through. So I'll pass it on to Mo, who is going to do that for us.
Yes, Felicia, thank you so much. I'm so excited to see my fellow UK people,
Okay, Anne.
That's where the life is. We are God's own people. We already know that.
Yes.
So we're
Okay.
just gonna start with a little icebreaker. So it's called
All
this or
right.
that, but it will be not edition.
Okay.
So you're gonna tell us which one you prefer and why. So as you can see, the first question on your screen, it says,
Okay.
"What drama or night shift silence? Which one do you prefer?"
Hmm. I would say, well, maybe night shift silence. I don't like words, to be honest. Words are so dramatic. Like, I've worked in the ward for like over 10 years, and I can tell you, no way, not anymore. Like, I was talking to someone, I said, you know what? I'll never go back to ward life. So I prefer
Night shift silence all the
shift
way.
silence.
Okay. Question number two. Tea break or power nap? Which one works for you? Some of us,
Um,
hmm.
I'm not a tea person, so power nap will be it for me.
Just my kind of person. I don't do tea as well. Power nap. Go 10,
Power nap,
15
yeah.
minutes and you wake up energized, ready to
Energized, yeah,
go.
that's it. Just put your head on the table and dose for like 15-20 minutes. Yes, you're back with full force.
All energy.
All
Okay.
right.
And then the final one, scrub forever or dress down Friday. So which one do you
Mm,
prefer?
Dress down Friday. Who
Okay.
wants to be on scrub forever?
Well, I thought you were gonna love the scrubs, as in you guys are always in scrubs all the time
Yeah,
anyway.
but of course I want to have some nice look as well, because we have a different look when you're in scrub. Like when I dress like to go for a training in my mufti, some people wouldn't recognize me. But if I'm
Yeah,
on my
so
scrub, oh
true.
my god, I have that peculiar look of nurse look.
All
Well, that's
right. That
nice.
is awesome. Thanks for sharing. I mean, I cannot relate because I am not
Okay.
in the medical
In the
field. I'm
medical
not
field,
a nurse.
oh,
But it's nice to know what you like and what you choose. So we're gonna get right into it today. And from the icebreaker, I know many of you would have sort of deciphered who Felicia is or maybe her profession, right? So we
Yeah.
would ask her to just tell us a little about herself, tell us your background, who you are, and, just anything you want us to know.
Okay. Well, like you all know, well, maybe you don't all know, my name is Felicia Akintola, especially for Bimz and Mo's followers. My name is Felicia. I'm a mom to three amazing children, two young adults and a teenager. I'm a wife and I'm a registered nurse. I'm originally from Nigeria, but about 11 years ago, I left Nigeria. I first went to Namibia. I was there for about 4 years and I've been in UK for 7 years. And I
Oh,
run this amazing digital business. Yeah, that's me.
awesome. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Tell us a bit about Namibia. You can't say Namibia and I'll be quiet. Give us
Well,
small.
yeah. Namibia was nice. It was nice. It was an African country, but I went through Nigerian government as a volunteer for 2 years, and
Oh.
in the process of volunteering, I did my registration with Namibia Nursing Council. I secured a job. I went back to Nigeria, dropped my diplomatic passport, and then I went to take up the job. It was nice. I can tell you, people are very lovely there. They're very accommodating, and my children loved it. I loved it too. But Oliver Twist, I always wanted more. So I tried US, tried UK, and luckily UK clicked for me and I moved here.
Oh.
All
Yeah.
right. That's awesome. All right. So let's get into the meat of the gist today. All right.
Yeah.
So we know that you are, a nurse and you have obviously very well rounded experience as a nurse. And from what we've heard, nurses make big money.
As in, that's where the mullah is. Everybody wants to be a nurse.
Yes, now, I mean, people come abroad and the
Yes.
next thing they say is, go and study nursing. No, I still had
Mm-hmm.
a friend telling me that,
Mm-hmm.
you have science
Yeah.
background because I actually studied cell biology and genetics. I said, like, go and study nursing so that,
Mhm.
you can go into that. There's money there. So, my sister, if nursing is this fantastic, what exactly, led you to starting something else outside your career?
Well, nursing is good. It pays well. Like your bills, you'll be comfortable, and yeah, you'll be okay. But growing up, I grew up in a family that my mom was a business owner, my dad was a pastor, and that kind of like that philanthropist lifestyle. Like
Mm,
my parents would accommodate people in their house, feed them all, and they are generous givers. So in growing up, I was used to that kind of life. So I've always loved to help people and I've always been used to business. So as I was growing, when I went to School of Nursing, I was doing something on the side, like, something to help people. I make people's hair, I do their cap. In those days, it's nurse's cap and gown, like you have to
Yeah.
mm,
put starch and make it look very shiny and beautiful. So, I was doing that for, my friends in school. And when I finished nursing, I started working and the person I was also doing something on the side. So I've always loved business because I know that, with business, there's no cap to how much you can earn.
mm,
With in my profession, in nursing, we earn a lot, but you already know how much you're getting. So that money is already planned. It's
True.
that's true.
already like capped. So this is
True.
what you're getting for the month. Like salary is coming maybe tomorrow or day after. I already know how much it is. So I can't do so much extra on top of it. But like when I had my business, the business money was taking care of so many things. So that's, for me, that's the take for me. Like I want to have something on the side, in between salaries. The,
Mm,
the money coming in between salaries from when I was young was sweet because sometimes I take my mommy's money to go and buy something. She won't even know until I tell her that, look, mommy, I took from your make money. And she will say, oh, you want more. So that's it for me, and I wanted to let my children experience that as well. I don't want to be saying no, 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 there's no money.
right.
I've already planned
No,
this salary and
definitely.
all of that. So I wanted money in between salaries, and that's what all along my life I've always done something on the side. So when I came to UK, I wanted to do the same thing, but the system here is different. In
Mm,
Namibia, I was a little bit good because I was doing fabrics and all of that, even with my job. So I'll go to, some offices, drop clothes and all of that. And, coming to the UK, the system was 100% different. Like I
Hmm.
could not do that. Not everybody wears native. And the weather also, like
Those
most
are
people,
lovely.
yeah, the weather is not really friendly. So I couldn't do my business, And then I just thought, okay, I'll do some product. I did some products, but it was only giving me tertiary money, and my mouth was already wide. So it was only giving me like 20 pounds, 30 pounds. I say, let carry. So I was praying, and in the process, I came across this online business. So for me, I love doing business alongside because I don't want cap to how much I can earn. I want to be able to do so many things. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to give back to my community. I have, things I plan for myself, like having an NGO and all of that. And my salary would not be able to, do all that for me.
Wow, that's really amazing. And I think for three of us, we've all done businesses in the past, and I know that Mo even has, a business, that she's currently also doing before she started this business. And when you talked about making tertiary money, small money,
Exactly.
and plenty work. It's so true. I was sharing with Mo recently that I have been a makeup artist for many years from Nigeria. I had that business, and when I came here to Canada, I was also doing it. But one day I just realized that I spent so many hours, doing that. And by the time I look at how much I make, it's really, not so much, so small.
No.
And then my body is aching, my back, I cannot
That's it.
function again when I get home, and I just had to say, you know what, I don't think I can do it. And praise God, at that time I had started this business. So I just compared. I'm like, I spend 2 hours, I get thousands in this
Yeah.
one. I
Yep.
spend 5 hours and I'm getting.
And do you do deliveries, sis? Because for me, I will have to go and deliver the products, and some people will test the shade and will say, "Oh, it does not match my shade," and all of that. And then I have to, process their refund and all.
Oh
Oh
my
God, it was
gosh.
stressful. It was
Yeah.
stressful.
Very
So
stressful.
yeah. Anyway, so we'll go to the next question. Mo, over to you.
Okay. So the next question, we know that you're a nurse, as I already said. So being a nurse and a mom is already a lot. And
Absolutely.
what gave you the courage to add this business into the mix? Because I've got no clue how you do it. Because with nursing, you have sheets, you have that, and you've got kids as well. So how does it work? How do you get started?
Oh my God, I can't tell you it's easy. Yes, because even not too long ago, I was having, like, it's not like an argument. It's just like I talk, like, look, I have to do my business. I've done what I have to do for you. So I'm going to face my business now. So for me, I know it's a lot, but if your why is strong, you look for a way to, put
That's
something
so
extra,
true.
especially if you're looking into the future, you're looking towards your retirement pot, and you see that, wow,
Right.
I need to put in more work. So what I do is I prioritize everything. Like I have time that I do my business, and I have time that I assign to do my. And thankfully, the kind of business we run, I know you know that as well, Bimz and Mo, it's
Mm-hmm.
not one that you have to sit on top. There's automation, and with 1 or 2 hours a day, you're
Yeah.
good, you're sorted. So for me, like, it wasn't easy actually starting out, because at the time I started, I was working like 6 days a week. At the
Wow.
time I started this business, and I have the motherly role, the wifey role, and I have to do business as well. But you know what? Like I said earlier, if you know your why, you know how much work you have to put in to be able to achieve those goals that you're aiming at. So for me, I just try to take out of my sleep time when I started. Thankfully now everything is, I probably will share that later. Thankfully now I've cut down how much I work and all, but when I started out, I cut out of my sleep time. Yes, only 30 minutes off won't do any harm. And when I'm
Mhm.
off, I put in more time for my business, and also put more time for with my children as well. So it's actually my why that kept me going. And thankfully today, a year and close to 10 months now, a year and 10 months into the business, I can say that the Lord has been good.
Oh
Yay.
wow. The power of a strong why. So you guys don't have any excuse. You can imagine how busy a nurse is. I can't comprehend it. It is mental. Oh wow, well done, sis.
Thank you.
That's, I think, for every one of us, when we think about, as parents, as professionals, we are juggling so many things.
Yeah.
And we could make all the excuses in the world not to
Hmm.
build the life we want, because that's what we're doing. It's not about the money. There's somewhere we're going. We're trying to build a life. You talked about it for
Yeah.
for your kids. You want them to experience what you experience. You also mentioned you want to have an NGO. Our 9 to 5 can help us achieve that,
No way.
and there was something you also said. You don't want to always be saying no, no. I still remember about 2, 3 years ago, my kids will say, "Mommy, I want a bicycle." No, we can't afford that now. Mommy, I want this. No, we can't this. Mommy, I want to and I had
So
to stop
true.
myself and say, these children are going to have that scarcity
Yeah.
mindset, and
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want that for them. And that
That's
was
true.
why, it drove me as well to get something else that
Hmm.
I was doing. So I know starting something is not easy.
Yeah.
And I know that, there's a lot of anxiety or fear. What were you most nervous about when before you started the business? And then
Mhm.
how were you able to overcome that? Because I know we all have our stories, but what
Yes,
were it?
absolutely. Did you see the way I pushed my glasses in? I said, hey. When I saw this business and it says online business, hey, apparently digital marketing. I said, me, I can't even face crowd. See, facing crowd here was my number one problem. And the second one is the techie part of it. Like I was so nervous. But you know what? With me, one thing with me is that if I put my mind to something, I'm going to learn it and I'm going to know it. And it might take me longer than an average person. I do not care because I know what I want. And I know, like I always tell my husband, I said, if I put my mind to it, I will know it. So don't worry,
Mm-hmm.
I'll know it anyways. So, my fear was coming out live. And the second one was the digital part of it. And to be honest, as I started doing my training, my mindset changed about coming out live because, my thought was, I'll come out live. People will be very probably making fun of me, like
Yes,
Kilonso and all of
yes.
that. But, that's me thinking it's not, people are not even looking at you. Some people don't even know you. They don't even see you. But it's you. What's your drive? So when
Yeah.
I started doing my training, I saw that, wow. So I need to work on my mindset. It's just in my head. So I can go
Mm.
live. And now I tell you, I can go live in anything, in my jammies, with my bonnet, like it's like everybody wants to make feel like they. I can go live in anything. I can go live looking glamorous. I can go live like just getting out of bed. So now it's just about me, sharing the news, like
Yeah,
creating the awareness and
yeah,
helping somebody out there. Because
yeah,
that's one thing probably that I was lacking then before I started my business, that coming out life is helping somebody out there. But
yeah.
when I started doing my training, I got the courage. I also looked in the mirror. I did some practice then, not anymore. Now I just come out life as the spirit leads.
Yes. Anywhere, anyhow,
Yeah,
just
anyhow.
Let's
And with
go.
the tech part of it, to be honest, I was really scared because, previously what I use my laptop for is maybe to send email. If I'm applying for a new job or a new position, apply for and pack it. So what will I be doing here? I wasn't even fast at typing. Like
hmm.
previously, I used to do type raising with my son. And recently I did a type raising with him. He said, Mommy, you have improved. I said, yes, that's because I use my laptop every day now. So, previously I had no tech experience. My laptop is just my laptop. All those expensive gadgets, the iPad and everything were just for maybe you want to watch film and all of that. So when I came in, I saw the training. And honestly, the training is so amazing.
Hmm.
Simple, video based. And that's how I've been able to do so many things. And now, I'm thanking God for the skills and the
You're a guru
self-development.
now. You're now a guru. Absolutely. I know that, yeah, this is something many people feel they're coming, or before they're coming, they all have those fears. Will I be able to do it? Can I? I know I've said this many times. During my coaching call, I told my coaches, I said, I can't come out. Like, how will I? Everybody will be seeing. I'm going to be doing go live, doing videos. What am I going to say and
Mhm.
all? And they said, "Don't worry, you will learn. You
That's
will
it.
whatever." And
So true.
I remember maybe 2 days after, I just told myself, "Oh, die and I die. There's
Exactly.
and that day I was
Let's
taking
just go.
That's
I was
it.
Who
taking a
is
walk
cool
in the
anyhow?
That's it.
I had I was taking a walk in the park and I just took my phone. I said, "Oh, yeah, we shall have to do it. Let's enter this ocean. Shall we shall swim." And I took my phone and I did a go live. I can't remember what I said. I shall said something. And that was the beginning for me. So
Exactly.
I
I
think the
think
fear
that,
sometimes is
yeah,
just
the
in
fair
our
is just now ahead. I remember my
Yes.
first go live, I think was only 3 minutes long. And, I was just panicking. I just went out live and my son was playing in the park. And after that live, it was only 3 minutes. I just introduced myself and said, "Oh, I'm here to cheer my son up." And that was it. And when I came back, I said, Felicia, what did you do there? Why can't you be calm and just talk? Did anyone bite you during the life? So,
Same.
and that was it for me. After that first one, subsequent one, I said, nobody will bite me. Now, me, they decide, no be anybody they here with me. You
Exactly.
can only shout on the screen and not here. So, and that was it for me as well. So,
Yeah. Okay. So I know that I actually remember when Felicia started this business. I remember that post and I was like, "Oh, who is this lady?" I don't know what it was, but it just caught my attention. Maybe it was your mentor or
yeah,
something. But I was like, "Oh, this is nice." And watching your progress over the past year and or almost 2 years now,
so yes.
yes, I know you have many wins. Would you love to share some of your wins from this business with us?
The first win is this me coming out at least here looking at you people on this social media that has like millions of people watching me.
Hmm.
I'm thanking God. So the
Hmm.
first thing is my mindset. This business has really worked on my mindset. That mindset of when you're out here telling story, because our business is attraction marketing, like social
Yeah,
media marketing, and
yeah.
you need that person that is like you to connect to you. So in
Mhm.
the past, I usually think that, well, I used to think that coming out to tell people my story is like I'm exposing my secret.
Mhm.
That mentality of, but
Yes.
with our training, I went through that mindset, training. I went through that transitioning from that kind of mindset to positive mindset to see
Mhm.
how sharing my story can help somebody out there.
Yep.
Because yes, I used to be a burnt out nurse. I worked 6 days a week previously, and coming out to say that to people, would some people would think, no, she's exposed. Why she's telling everybody what she's going through? Why?
Mhm.
But that story will inspire someone,
Yep.
and that's
Yes.
one thing I've gained from this business. My mindset is changed completely. The other day I was talking to someone. I said, thank God for being a business owner, for being
Mm,
a CEO. If not
mm,
for this business, that person talked to me, and I was just saying, okay, mo ti gbọ́, mo ti gbọ́. So the number one win for me is the mindset, because I'm completely a trained person. I can share my story over and over again without feeling intimidated, without feeling like I'm sharing my secret, because
mhm.
I'm sharing my story to inspire someone, to
Yep.
tell someone that they are not alone,
Yeah,
and you can also be free.
that's
You can
right.
be liberated from that cycle. So that's number one win. And another thing is the tech skills that I've acquired from this business, the self-development, because money will come, right?
Mm,
Money will come, but you need that self-development to be able to control the wealth when it comes. And
mm,
honestly, this business is giving me that self-development, because I know now that whenever the money comes, I know what to do with it.
Mm.
So, and thankfully, the money is coming. It's in. I'm
hallelujah.
not where I'm not where I want to be in terms of my NGO and all of that, but the money is coming, because previously I used to be, my contract was 4 days and I would take sometimes 2 days extra, but now 3 days a week is what I work. So,
Oh,
and
wow.
thankfully, this business is able to, cover some money, because if you work 3 days, you're in the UK, Sister Mo. If you work
Yeah.
3 days, it's
It's
not
not
enough.
it's nothing
It's
at
not
all.
enough. So thanks to the business that is supporting, and that is helping me. And now I have more time for my children, for my husband, for my family. And now I'm able to think outside the box, because this business is, yes, the reason why I can think outside the box. Because previously, the iṣẹ́ ti pọ̀ jù, work is too much.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Mm,
non-Yoruba speakers. You go and come back. You don't even have time to think because you're already tired. You just sleep.
Yes.
But with this business, as I go through my training, as I begin to, to help people also to start their business, I begin to think about me, and I begin to think about, going higher in my career. And, not too long ago, I applied for, a higher post, and I got it. And all thanks to this
Wow.
business, because, I went to to consult my priests. I call that up a priest and say, you know what, I've worked in this place for so number of years, and I think I need to advance. So he said, yes, you can. So look for a post like this and like this and like this, and write this as a cover letter and all of that. And I did, and I got that job, and it's
Wow.
paying more than what I was doing before. And all thanks to this business, because if not for this business, I'll still be in that grind,
yeah,
overworking and not able to reason, not able to think,
Yeah.
not able to, have time for myself to even work on me, to even
That's so
think of,
true.
okay, where do I want to go career wise, if you know what I mean. And, the money part of it is also a blessing, because imagine my business contract lately, the one I signed up, is like 2/3 of my salary in just 1 hour, 1.5 hours of,
Wow.
putting somebody
bang,
through, and
bang, bang, ba-bum,
two
bang.
third, of my salary, if you know what I mean,
Wow.
just one person, with this my small age in business, because I'm only a year and 10 months in this business. I'm not 3 years yet. I'm not 5 years yet, and I'm sure that I'm very positive that by the time I'm 5 years in this business, I'm mortgage free, I'm debt free, you
That's
know,
Definitely.
I'm there. Yes, so that's
Definitely.
it. Thank
that,
you.
Definitely.
that's amazing. That's awesome.
It is beautiful. And I did have a light bulb moment when you said that you can't think. Because sometimes we're just so tired. We work and work and work. We can't even come up with ideas or
Yes,
anything at all. And I'm like, this is so true. That's why we can't even reason like, okay, should we try this? Should we try this? All those ideas can't even come because you are tired. You work like, oh my gosh. Thank you for
that's it.
sharing that. That was a proper
That's it.
light bulb moment. Now I know why sometimes people don't have ideas because they can't think. They're just too
That's it.
tired working and working and working.
And
That's
that's the reality
beauty.
of life that we all face. But sometimes we just shy away from it, and we just continue. Well, we just say,
Yeah.
well, life goes on. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I think we just see it as normal. Like, well, we have to grind. I have to pay my bills. I have to
That's it.
whatever,
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
and which is
Exactly.
valid. But that is what we all need to get out of,
Out
because
of.
that is not what we were made for. We
No.
were
No.
not made for it to work. I mean, I've heard people working 7 days a week, going from one job to another job to another job, no life, no nothing. And sincerely, how can they think of even wanting more, right? So I
That's
think,
it.
that's where we all just need to break that cycle, that we're here to enjoy this life, this world God has
Yes.
given us. The Bible says that we should
Yeah.
live, to the fullest. That is not the fullest God is saying.
No, not
You
at
know,
all. Not
so,
at
Mo, would you want to go through the last question? But before we go to the last question, I know we have a few people that are watching us
Okay.
here. Thank you for joining us, Eniola. Thank you for joining us, Hassanat and Kayode. Thank you for joining us. We're grateful that you can watch. And if you would love to just share where you're joining us from, type your location in the comment section. If there's anything that Felicia says or you hear today that really resonates with you, put it there in the comments. It will make you remember that, she said this powerful thing, or she said this thing that touched me. We would really want to connect and, hear from you. So we'll go to our final question here.
Yes, so finally, Felicia, for those people that are out there that are working dead tired, that they can't even think, as in, they are scared, they are still stuck, they can't, and they are scared to try something new. What would you like advise them? What would you say to them to like try and make them unstuck and take the leap?
Thank you, sis. If you are still feeling stuck and you are still there where you are stuck, it is very dangerous, my dear sisters and brothers, because if I was still scared, because yes, of course, we have our fears, our doubts, our skeptical moments and all of that. But I'm telling you, if you don't try something new, you don't know how far you can go.
True.
And if you continue in that grind, you'll continue to feel stuck. It's not Emma Bino, it's not a curse, it's not it's just the reality.
Yeah.
Like if you continue staying there without trying something else, it will still be the same, because you can't do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. So the
Mm.
result will always be the same. My advice to you today is, we are always out here. You can see our faces. We are not hiding under anything. This is all real life. This is me, Felicia Akintola, and that's Mo, and that's Bimz. And you can see us coming out here. Like, I'm sure Bimz has been coming out for over 2 years. I've been coming out for over a year and plus, and same as Mo. You see us coming out live. If this business is not legitimate, we won't be out here. I'm a registered nurse. I always say this. I have a body governing me. I don't want to risk my
Okay.
pain. So if this
Yes.
business is not genuine, if this business is not legitimate, I will not bring my face, because somebody might go to report me to NMC and I'll be struck off. But you know what? Because I know my business is legitimate. If you take my name to NMC UK, I will tell them that this is the business I run. It's tax recognized, it's legitimate, and this and this is what I do. And they will even commend me and say, well done, because what you're contributing to the economy of the country.
Yeah.
Yes, because if I'm bringing in people to a business that they are paying their tax, they are helping, the economy. They help with the building of the roads and all of that through the tax
True.
that we
True.
pay. So you are out there, you are feeling stuck. Try something new. I was stuck, my dear brothers and sisters. I was stuck. Like 2 years ago, I was still stuck. And it was the same over and over and over again for 5 good years. I was juggling multiple jobs. I had several agencies. In fact, recently my agency contacted me. Your manual handling clinical has expired and blah blah blah. I just
Hmm.
ignored. I just ignored, because anyway, I've not been taking shifts lately, so I don't plan taking shifts anytime soon. I had choice. I have choice now. Then I
Yeah.
didn't have choice. I had no choice. Then I'll like register with multiple agencies, so that if there's no job in one, there will be job in another, plus my
Mm.
my normal shift. So if you're still feeling stuck, please, please, and please try and take that bold step. Go out of your comfort zone. I know it's very easy to say, let's continue with the grind, like Bim said, but I'm
Hmm.
telling you, outside the grind is beautiful.
Hmm.
It's
Yes.
beautiful. Recently, my daughter told me that, look, mommy, I think I would like to go into business. I said, why do you say that? I said, since you started your business, like some months into your business, we see your face very well now. Like
Oh
you are even
God.
calmer. So, because we recently moved house, and she ordered something and she forgot to change the address. And the address and the delivery was going to our old house. Previously, oh my God, I was shout and I will not. But I said, that's not a problem. Maybe they're delivering to the old house. Where will they put
Okay.
it? She said safe place. I said, put safe place, put in the shed. And we'll ring the agency that we want to pick something from the shed. She said, thank you, ma, I love you. Because they knew that previously I would have shouted and shaken, because Arati coming, I'm just coming from work very tired and you're giving me this headache. Well, let me
True.
try.
Mm.
But
True.
she was able to approach me and told me that, look, the delivery is coming to the old house. I said, no problem. Change the safe to the safe place, deliver to safe place, we'll
Mhm.
go and carry it. And then she told me that she would love to do business, because it looks like business is paying off. than being,
Business has
working so
transformed
much.
her
So
mommy.
I know, right? To someone different entirely.
someone
How
different
amazing.
entirely, I'm telling you. And that's why, honestly, my word of advice to you today is that, please and please, I'm begging you, for the sake of yourself, go out of that comfort zone. Try this and see where it can lead you. Now, we're not telling you it's a get rich quick. There's a considerable amount of learning to be done. You have to put in your own quota as well. But I tell you, it's worth everything. It's worth everything. That's been worth everything for me, and I'm sure it's the same for you. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much, Felicia. One more thing. I know this is not in the questions that,
No
but I was
problem,
just
sis.
thinking, um, I know you're a nurse, and I
Okay.
hear that nurses also are very burnt out.
Hmm.
Even though they love what they do.
Yeah.
I want you to speak to a nurse, just one nurse that is
Okay.
listening to us today. about, you know, just speak to them like as a nurse and
Okay.
guide them on what they need to do to get started.
Okay. Well, speaking to a nurse, well, I'll speak to myself because I'm a nurse, and I'll speak to the person I used to be. You know,
Hmm.
um, prior to starting my business, I was 23 years practicing post qualification, 23 years. So I'm 25th year now. So post qualification, and for 23 whole years, I have struggled to, build something that I can say, okay, this is what I want to look onto, like when I retire and for my children and all of that. My NGO and all of those ambition, I struggled to achieve them. And when I got to UK, it was a real struggle as well because my children were already grown. Like I had a child that was going to university at that time, and if you are new to a place, you pay like international.
Hmm.
So I was really burnt out. So you're out there, you're like me. I know there will be a lot of people, a lot of nurses like me who have just, migrated abroad. You left your home country. Everything was fine with, when you were in wherever country you were. And then you come here just, in search of a greener pasture. But on getting here, we found a different system because that was it for me, regardless of the fact that I was earning a lot. There was a year I earned 70 something thousand and my tax was going to 20 something thousand. Like I was owing. Apparently, I was owing because I've worked too much. So at the end of the day, we work so much, but you know what? The tax take the bulk of the money out. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's going to be the same and the same and the same. You're out there, you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling tired, you're feeling exhausted. You love what you do, but you know what? The fact that you have to do multiple shifts is already taking that, compassionate out of you, is already drying it out. I want to
Hmm.
encourage you today. Go onto any website that resonates with you, sign up and take this bold step. This was the step I took 2 years ago. It was 2 years, April, when I took this bold step, and I started my business in August. And I can tell you, it's been a blessing. So you're out there, you're a nurse, you're burnt out, and you feel like, I'm a nurse, I don't think I can do this. I tell you, I can. If I can do it, any of you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not even the best nurse in the world. I'm just that average person, average nurse who is very ambitious, who knows what she wants. You're out there, you know what you want. You have that zeal in you that you want to help people as well. But the kind of job you're doing, like you're working back to back. And know people, I know nurses who are in that shoes because I wasn't alone when I was doing my 6 days, we are a
Hmm.
lot. So you are still out there, you're still doing the same, the one I was doing then. I tell you, there's more to life than that too. Hey, life is good,
Hmm.
especially when you get that time. You get the time to sit in your sitting room and sign somebody up, and you get 2/3 of your salary at this small age of mine. Like if I get to a certain stage, I'll be replacing my salary than with one,
Mm-hmm.
business contract. I'm
Yes.
telling you, come, leave that comfort zone, try something new. As you're working, on your primary job, whatever, work on a business on the side
Hmm.
because that is what I did. I was still doing my 6 days because I needed my business to grow and all of that before.
Mm-hmm.
And as my business grew, I was able to shed 1 day, 2 days, 3 days,
Hmm.
and 4 days a week. I sit with my business, with my family. We go out. We know, like we've been out today with my husband. We came back. I've been able to work on my business. If it was previously, who bought me? I would carry shifts. I have
Hmm.
to take a shift to be able to supplement. But I'm telling you today that there's more to life. There is more to life. Just take that bold step and see where it can take you. That's what I have for you.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
That's what I
I
have
don't
for
have
you.
any other thing to say or to add to
As
that.
in that another mic drop moment. Like, yes, that's it. Let's just end it there.
That was powerful. And,
Yeah.
I know that, yes, you were speaking to a nurse, but it was as though you were also speaking to me.
I felt
I,
it as well.
it was deep. It was from the heart. And, if you're out there, you've been watching any of us, talk about this business opportunity. This is a game changer. This is a life changer. You guys don't know how this business has been a lifeline to some of us here. We've all been through different things, shift, job loss, not sickness. And I'm talking just generally in our community. And when people share about what this opportunity has done for them, it is truly life changing. And if you're out there, any of our stories resonate with you, whether you're a mom or a dad or an immigrant or a professional, and you're just looking for that break, this is it. I say it with all confidence. This is it. Like Felicia said, it's not something that is going to happen overnight. You're not going to make, all the money you want to make the very next day that you start. But I can assure you that you're going to build something that is going to last you, and you'll be able to pass to your children, your children's children, till Jesus tarries. Like we've seen it happen in our community. And
Yeah.
so, if that is what you're looking for, reach out to any of us. We'll be there to guide you, we'll be there to show you what we have found. And I can tell you, it will be the beginning of something new in your life. Imagine cutting down from 6 days to 3 days.
So
Ah,
3 days.
hey, that's
Beautiful.
like, that's like. Anyways, we just want to say thank you to everyone who has
Thank
joined
you.
us today. Thank you, Misa. I see you. Thanks for joining. And thanks to all those who, dropped by and those who are going to watch the replay. We appreciate your time, and we look forward to really helping you to build the life that you want. Time freedom and financial freedom.
Yeah.
Those things are so, so important in this day and age. It's no longer a luxury,
No,
but it's something that we all need. And I want to
Yeah.
say thank you to you, Felicia,
thank you.
for honoring us with your presence. I know you are very busy with
Yeah.
family and business and everything, but thank you so much for coming and sharing your
Thank
wealth
you.
of knowledge with
Thank you.
us.
It's an honor to be here. Honestly, like I feel blessed. Like when Mo reached out to me, I said, "Oh my God, I could not turn this down. Let's look for how we can make it work." So I really appreciate you bringing me on here today.
Mm.
All right. Mo, do you want to wrap us up today?
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. Thank you again, Felicia, for coming. We really had an amazing time. We've learned so many things from all the nuggets you've been dropping. So, guys, if you should tag your friends, your team members, anyone that you think should listen to this. It is very, very important and very, very insightful. Thank you again, Felicia. Thank you guys for joining us. So, until tomorrow again. Bye for now.
Don't just hustle, build with purpose.
Build with
Bye,
purpose.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.